What's up, guys? Do we got audio? I think so. All right. Thanks for joining me. Today is Thursday, December 15th. Yesterday was very exciting. So we were on a tornado watch all day, pretty much. And some point around 3:40 or so, we got the warning to take shelter. So we did. And we ended up having a few tornadoes. But one actually was here near New Orleans. It was actually on the other side of the river, and it actually hopped over the river and went into like Araby and Chalmette and things like that. I think it may have even made it into the lower Ninth Ward. So that was pretty scary. Now, we had another tornado about 9 months ago that actually followed close to the same path, and it had ended up, once it jumped over the river, it hopped over like a canal, and it actually landed and destroyed my favorite shooting range and gun shop. And they've yet to open back up. The owner was putting some stuff out on Facebook that was saying like he can't open up because of like insurance and stuff like that. It's like they're making it impossible for him to open back up. So we lost a really nice spot because of that. But this one was pretty bad so far. I've only seen or heard reports of like one death. So considering, I guess, we'll take what we can get. So I kind of wanted to reflect on preparedness for a tornado. Now in my area, I guess they're common enough, but here we live in, the ground is always shifting, like basements and like storm shelters and stuff like that. They're pretty much non-existent here in New Orleans or anywhere here in southern Louisiana. It's just all shifting wetlands. I mean, there's nothing you can really like do for that. I guess you could like, bury a steel container or something. I don't even know if that would work because the ground's still shifting. Like, what if that makes a sinkhole? You get some erosion down there, and then what? So when the sirens or the alarms or whatever went off, me and my wife grabbed all of the dogs. We put their harnesses and stuff and their leashes on them. In case we blew away, we'd have all three of them together. And we have this small hallway between the living room and the bedroom with the bathroom off to the side. So we closed the living room door and the bathroom door. So we were inside that little hallway. Now that I'm thinking about it, I think next time when we have that situation, so we still have that opening to the bedroom side, I might just pull the mattress off the bed and sorry, I was getting a text from the wife. And I might pull that mattress right off the bed and just put it right up, or bring it inside and like wedge it into that door frame type area that we have. I think that's what we'll do. That way we'll just be in that nice little box, and we'll be extra safer. Now, the situation is kind of scary because we live in like a shotgun, but it's also a double. So if you're not in New Orleans, I guess I can most describe this as like a townhouse. So, if you're unfamiliar with what a shotgun double is, it's like a townhouse, and then the shotgun style, it describes like the style of the house. Like there's no like hallway and rooms off to the side or anything like that. The floor plan of the house, it's like you open the front door, and mine in particular is I have my living room, and then like the den area, and then there's a small hallway, and off to the right is the bathroom, and then through that is the bedroom, and then behind the bedroom there's a doorway that goes to the kitchen, and then from the kitchen to the backyard. So it's like a long like way, and they designed the houses to have like maximum airflow back in the day when air conditioning wasn't invented, and they call them shotgun houses because this is supposedly you're able to fire a shotgun from the back of the house all the way to the front of the house because of the way it's like designed. And then a double just means like there's two connected to one house, like a townhouse, like an apartment kind of, but it's like half a house. Anyway, that's like the majority of housing here. But you know, so hopefully, you know, the house would have been heavy enough that it wouldn't lift up off the ground or anything. Now, I think last year or 2 years ago, we actually did have a tornado that popped up at like 2 in the morning, and the alarm went off, and within like a minute, the tornado hit, and it hit like a block and a half down away from my house, and you could just feel it. And oh man, it was the craziest thing. Like it definitely started right over our house and then boom, landed right on that other block there. It was the craziest thing. But, you know, how prepared can you be for a tornado? Like the pure destruction of something like that. Like, you know, unless you're in like a bunker or something, like, you know, what's a house to a tornado, you know? So I guess we did what we could. I don't know. Usually, you know, we're more prepared for like hurricanes, but hurricane season is only 6 months out of the year and it's over now. I mean, we prepare for like floods and stuff, but I mean, I guess the tornadoes is kind of random, and like maybe I need to check out some channels who live in like Tornado Alley and see what kind of stuff they recommend for prepping for a tornado, because you know, like I said, unless you have like a bunker or a shelter or something like that, like all you can do is get in the best spot possible that you can, and you know, pray or hope to whatever higher power you believe in that everything's going to be okay. But luckily we were okay. I hope everybody is okay over there on the West Bank and stuff. One of my coworkers here, she said that it was right near her. Luckily, nothing happened to her. They did lose power for a while till about 3 or 4 in the morning this morning. Luckily, it's nice and cool right now, and it's also not that cold. We're actually getting into some cooler temperature right now, so that's not bad. We just spent the last couple of days in like the mid 70s. Today it's hovering around, you know, 56, 57. Yeah, so a lot to think about for tornado preparedness. It's one of those things that I never thought I'd experience, but there's already been like 3 or 4 too close for my comfort, you know, in the last couple of years. Also, during Hurricane Ida, I evacuated to Mississippi, and where we evacuated to, we got a pretty good chunk of the hurricane. But man, there were so many tornadoes around us. We were like on the wrong side of the storm, and man, that was a pretty close call too. There were a bunch of Christmas tree farms over there that we were driving past that were just fucked up. They're so destroyed. So I don't know. You guys have a tornado kit? Any of you guys live anywhere where tornadoes happen? If so, let me know what you do. If you got a link or something, you know, put that in the comments. But yeah, so gotta stay ready for anything. All right, guys, we're just gonna move on to our news story of the day. This is our what should we call this? This is our we'll call this our well-regulated story of the day. How about that? This is actually from right here in New Orleans. So the headline reads, "Homeowner shoots man breaking into home, New Orleans Police Department says." This is a short one, so. All right. A man accused of breaking into a house in New Orleans is recovering in the hospital after the homeowner opened fire. The New Orleans Police Department says the shooting happened around 8:18 on Tuesday, December 13th in the 2900 block of Mandeville Street near the St. Roch area. Police say a man broke into the home and the homeowner fired shots, striking the alleged invader. The man was transported to the hospital for treatment. Police say the homeowner is cooperating with investigators. So I know exactly where that is. So I actually lived in that neighborhood for 7 or 8 years, and that area is rough. Yeah, I live like right near where this story happened. I believe it. So kudos to the homeowner. You know, he was just doing what he was supposed to. Yeah, I mean, the other guy got what he deserved. He's lucky to be alive. I hope he learns a life lesson from this. And yeah, that area is pretty rough. I mean, I used to live on a corner, and someone was murdered right there on the corner where the house was. Um, One of my neighbors was jumped by like 15 or 16 kids and beat the fuck up. Had to be taken away by an ambulance and stuff. Like constant shootings, muggings, burglaries, home invasions. It's rough, and it's like a mixed neighborhood. It's, you know, it's not, you know, but man, it is tough over there. So I'm glad that homeowner was armed. I'm glad that homeowner was ready, and I'm glad he didn't hesitate and did what he had to do. So, you know, kudos to that homeowner from St. Roch, staying well regulated. So good on you, man. He says he's cooperating with investigators. He shouldn't get any charges for this. I mean, it's pretty cut and dry. You know, home invasion. He's just, you know, self-defense. Like I said, pretty cut and dry. That being said, when I first started carrying, you know, one of the worries on my mind is, what if I have to use my weapon? And then, you know, the aftermath. So one of the things that I did that kind of put my mind at ease a little bit is I subscribe to CCW Safe, and I'm a member of CCW Safe. I have been for a couple of years now. I haven't had to use the service for what it's specifically intended for, but, you know, once in a while I travel and I have questions and things like that, and everybody there is really helpful. And you know, and when you call them, you're on the phone with the lawyer right away. So you have all the client attorney privileges and stuff as soon as you pick up the phone and talk to them. So that being said, hopefully this guy won't need a lawyer. He shouldn't. I mean, seems pretty open and shut there. Anyway, I'll leave that one right there, guys. Thanks for watching, and hit that thumbs up button. Remember to like, subscribe, and share. Remember to hit that notification bell. If you watched on Rumble, hit that Rumble button. You guys can find me at Minds, Facebook, Instagram, Rumble, YouTube, all that good stuff. Also Twitter. Hit me up on Twitter. Anyway, guys, stay well regulated. We'll catch you on the next one. Peace.